Persepolis, the story of a return. Chapter 6. The Horse. Julie and her mother had left Vienna. Now I was living in a Wohngemeinschaft. The Wohngemeinschaft is a communal apartment. I could stay for 4 months. The window of my room. My room. It was full of light. I had a double bed, a bureau, and a desk. For the first time in a long time, I had my own space. It was really nice. My 8 housemates were 8 men, all homosexuals. Franz, me, Andreas, Martin, Marcus, Klaus, Manfred, Jan, Dieter. I had been in Austria for over a year and a half. I had abandoned my punk look. I no longer wanted to be marginal. Marjane, it's your mother on the phone. I'm coming. What? Oh, my mother, she's coming to see me. What about your mother? In 2 weeks. That's great. When? Even though it had been 19 months since I had seen my mother, the 15 days of waiting were very long. The day of her arrival, I bathed like never before. I ironed my clothes for the first time. I made myself as beautiful as I could before going to meet her at the airport. I saw from afar a woman who looked like her, the same silhouette, the same walk, but with grey hair. My mother was a brunette. When this woman got close, there wasn't any doubt. It was really her. Before I left home, Mom only had a few grey hairs. It's incredible what time does to you. Mom! Mom! I didn't know if she hadn't recognized me or hadn't heard me. In any case, she didn't stop. Mom! Margie? She hadn't recognized me, and with good reason. I'd almost doubled in height and size. Oh, my dear, you're so tall. Mom, you've gone grey. It felt strange to take her in my arms. Our proportions had been reversed. With the others' permission, I brought her to stay with me. I live here, you'll see. You'll like it. My housemates are very nice. They're very excited at the thought of meeting you. Hi. Hello. Welcome. Hi. How are you? Hello. Make yourself at home. This is my room. We'll share the same bed. It's nice. I hadn't understood that your housemates were men. In Persian grammar, there's no gender. Masculine and feminine are interchangeable. It's amazing how you've grown. I didn't repeat that she too had changed. At her age, you didn't grow up. You grow old. And just like that, you live with 8 men. Don't worry, Mum, they're all homosexuals. Homosexuals? I had told her that to reassure her, and I think that, despite the shock, she was appeased. Besides, I surprised her one day in the midst of teaching I love you in Persian to Franz, who had just met an Iranian guy. Dostet daram, oo. You understand oo. Dostet daram. No, oo. Recounting 19 months in a few days isn't easy. We had to talk a lot to make up for lost time. Our conversations were always disjointed. Tell me, how's Dad? What's he doing? Oh, he takes care of the gas in Tehran's buildings. It frustrates him a little, you know. Your father specialized in the construction of steel factories, but during wartime, there's no point in building. Is he happy anyway? Yeah, he's okay. He misses you enormously, but he's happy that you're living here, far from the problems. Mom, where's your necklace? My mother always wore a golden pendant that Dad had given her for their 10th wedding anniversary. I left it in Iran. You see, we don't have the right to take anything of value out of the country. I learned later that she had lied to me. You don't like what I made? No, no, I love it. I'm just not very hungry. There again, she was lying. After this day, she never again let me do the cooking. Here, a letter from your father. I'm not the one who opened it. It's the customs in Tehran. They check everything. In the letter, he was overjoyed by the thought that I had a peaceful life in Vienna. If only you knew. I had the impression that he didn't realize what I was enduring. We often went walking, my mother and I. How's our country doing? Still the same. Bombings, arrests. We're so used to it that the calm here makes me a little nervous. Do you remember our neighbors, the Kianis? They bought a house in Demavend, a mountainous city north of Tehran. When we hear that there's going to be an airstrike, we take refuge at their house. The air is very pure up there. We have a good time. How good it feels to walk without a veil on my head, without the worry of being arrested over 2 locks of hair or my nail polish. She never asked me any questions about my situation, certainly out of a sense of restraint, and also because she was scared of the answers. If she had sacrificed herself so that I could live freely, the least I could do was behave well. So when words failed us, gestures came to our aid. I love my mum. She loves you too. I'm happy to see you so well settled here. Now you must make an effort. You must become somebody. I don't care what you do later. Only try to be the best. Even if you become a cabaret dancer, better that you dance at the Lido than in a hole in the wall. While we're on the subject, did you know that your uncle Masood is living in Germany? In Germany? But that's next door. He didn't want to come visit us? He's very depressed in Iran. He was somebody. In Iran, he was somebody, Mr. Chartered Accountant. In Germany, they think he's a Turk. At our age, it's difficult to start over at zero. I remember the days when we travelled around Europe. It was enough to carry an Iranian passport. They rolled out the red carpet. We were rich before. Now, as soon as they learn our nationality, they go through everything as though we are all terrorists. They treat us as though we have the plague. A few days later at the Café Havelka. Give me a cigarette. Don't play the innocent with me. I know you smoke. What makes you think that? You smell like smoke, and I saw a packet of Camels in your bag. You went through my things? I'd been living alone too long to accept any invasion of my privacy. Come on, give me that cigarette. I decided to let it go. I knew she was leaving in 20 days, and I didn't want to regret anything. Here's your cigarette. It's maybe ridiculous to ask you this question now, but what really happened with the nuns? Like I told you, they said that Iranians don't have any education, and I answered back that they were all prostitutes. Well done. Under normal circumstances, she would surely have reprimanded me for insulting people. You won't do it again, right? Of course not. When you see your parents rarely, all is forgiven. My stay at the Wohngemeinschaft was temporary. I had to find new lodgings. Margie, I passed by the university. I saw an ad for a room in the 13th quarter. We went there that afternoon. Hansa Nisa Weg 1. Hello, I'm Frau Dr. Heller. Mrs. Satrapi. She's so fat. Here, the rent is 2,000 shillings, $150. She can use the kitchen and the bathroom, which she'll share with three roommates, two English musicians and an American architecture student. All the terms suited us. Take good care of my daughter. Of course, Mrs. Satrapi, of course. And at the tram stop, what did you think of the tea? Like horse piss. Her too. She looked like a horse. Horse piss from a horse face. Even today, this infantile joke brings tears to our eyes. I spent 27 days by her side. I tasted the heavenly food of my country, prepared by my mother. It was a change from pasta. She stroked my hair every night to put me to sleep. It relaxed me to talk to her. It had been so long since I'd been able to talk to someone without having to explain my culture. The eve of her departure. My dear, you won't insult Dr. Heller, right? I promise. Buy yourself fruits and vegetables. You must eat well. It's not for nothing that we say a healthy mind in a healthy body. Look, I made some sketches inspired by our window shopping. I'll make you some outfits. You're in need of some new ones. Ever since my arrival in Austria, I hadn't bought myself anything, and given my growth spurt, my clothes no longer fit me. Then came the dreaded day of departure. I was sad, but, well, I'd begun to get used to separations. My mother left. I'm sure that she understood the misery of my isolation, even if she kept a straight face and gave nothing away. She left me with a bag of affection that sustained me for several months.